Sagar from Indoindians.com, and today I'm very excited that we have a very special guest with us, Dr. Sundeep Kochar. Hi, Sundeep.
Yeah, hi, Puramji. How are you doing?
Very well. In fact, you have been sharing predictions about the various years with us over the last 2-3 years. You have shared your predictions with us, and we've always looked forward to it in December to just get a sense of what the year is going to show us. And I remember last year you had told us that this 2020 is going to be the year of opportunities and challenges. That was the tagline for 2020. And indeed, 2020 has been super challenging for everybody in the world. But yes, lots of people have also had many, many opportunities in this year. So before we begin, I'd just like to give a very short introduction to Dr. Sundeep. Sundeep is an internationally renowned celebrity astrologer, Vastu Consultant, motivational speaker, life coach, actor, anchor, and author. He has touched the lives of thousands of people across the globes and shares his predictions with Indo-Indians every year. So thank you for that. And many people are very skeptical about astrology and they're very skeptical about Vastu, but yet there is a science to it. So Dr. Sundeep, first of all, just 2 minutes on astrology and how it applies to all of us.
Yeah, thank you so much for introducing me, and I think I have become a part of your publication and your the thing, so which is great, and I always feel good in spreading a word, in that way, in that part of word maybe where I have never traveled even. So thank you so much for having me on your this platform. Secondly, yes, astrology is a science, or rather, I would put it in a way that it is a divine science, and that not many people believe in it, or not all of them believe in it because they have their own reasons, or maybe they have bad experiences. Like I wrote it once on Facebook that astrology is always right, but astrologer are left and right. So because of growing number of astrologers, because of being a business, people are also not very happy with their taking them for a ride for telling something negative. Or unfortunately, this business has become a business of fear and lies, which is not a great thing, but it is a great science which can help you to design your life, to define your life, to plan your life, to know about yourself. Because astrologer, who is a stranger, in few seconds he can tell you exactly who you are. So every individual is different, and human psychology is one of the most complicated thing on the planet, according to me, Poonam. Sometime if you are with a person for 20 years, you don't know that person. Even husband wife, they say, I don't understand you till now. So it is about about knowing an individual and making the person realize about himself or herself. So that kind of realization can be life changing, and that is how it works. To know your time, to know your strength and weakness, to know your potential, and to know your journey, and it helps you to understand the environment, and then you take a decision. And I always say, taking right decision at the right time is what we call luck.
Absolutely. Being at the right place, doing the right thing at the right time. Definitely, that's where you're lucky. And you're so right about that. I would also like to, because you've been telling us about the last few years, you've been giving us a sense of what's to come. 2021, all of us have this big question in our mind. 2020 has been really challenging. How will be 2021? So from the astrological perspective, how is 2021 going to be?
See, as you have said, and everyone is aware, 2020 was not a great situation for anyone. And even I predicted in 2018, I still remember it is the post on my Facebook and my Insta and even on Twitter, that on 19th of July 2018, I predicted that 2020 could be a global recession year. So the recession I was sure about, and I had no clue that there would be some kind of virus coming, so that I was not sure. I should be honest with that. But one thing I was aware about was there would be some turmoil at global level, because astrologically, whenever planet Jupiter is afflicted, there could be some situation. Like last year, last time, when you remember, it was 2008 and 9 where there was a global recession, and because Jupiter was in a very negative state, the situation it was in 2020, the exact situation was there. But unfortunately, it is not only finances, it is not only about your materialistic thing, but it is all about your well-being, about your lives even. So a lot of
Yes.
people, they suffered a lot. A lot of business have closed down, a lot of dreams have been shattered. People have become really, really sad and vulnerable, because we are human beings and we are supposed to mingle, we are supposed to meet people, we are social animal actually. So when everyone was confined in their own house, in their own vicinity, then it was a very, very difficult situation for them. And for most of them, it is the first time they have experienced something like that, like me. So Poonamji, that was very bad and very sad. People have lost their lives, lost their near and dear ones, and my sympathies with them. But as they say, nothing is permanent in life but change. So I'm 100% sure that 2021 would bring a beautiful change now, because not only way one can feel going further is going up in the sense going forward, so for betterment. And especially the date could be from 6th of April 2021. So basically, 3 more months in the new year, where you have to just go with the flow. And practically also, if you look around, there's vaccination has started just now in different parts of the world, and people have apprehensions about it, because it is a new drug which has come up. And in the history, you need 3 to 5 years at least to claim that this vaccine is all side free. There is no side effect of anything. But people having that fear of not getting affected with this virus, they are going ahead. So God bless them. And I'm sure science have developed, things have changed, medical science have really gone leap and bound further. So I feel that this vaccine, whatever, there are different types of vaccine which have come up, should be really helpful and curable for humankind. And I feel from 6th of April, things would definitely become better, because the planet Jupiter, the planet of prosperity, happiness, well-being, will come out from the debilitation sign, which is in debilitation right now. And as I just told you, Poonamji, that because in 2008 and 9, and even in 2020, Jupiter was afflicted between Rahu and Ketu when pandemic started in December 2019, and it continued till that time. And now it is out of Rahu and Ketu axis, but it is still in debilitation till 5th of April midnight. And after that, Jupiter will move forward, and that is a time when people should expect a good normal life back again on our track, and enjoying the journey of life.
Oh, wonderful. So that's a very optimistic picture that you've painted, that going forward from April, we can see things going back to as we remember them. So we can think about well-being and optimism in the year ahead. So Sandeep, can you also share per zodiac sign also maybe some highlights, what people can expect based on their zodiac signs?
Yeah, absolutely. Though they will find the same article, in more descriptive way on your platform. But maybe I can highlight few things for every zodiac, and I will start with the Aries, Poonamji, as the first sign always. So Aries should expect some kind of changes. The reason being, the planet Jupiter and Saturn, they are in Capricorn, and it is a very different or very rare situation. Normally it happens once in 20 years, but they are very, very close. And you must have seen a lot of articles on Google that it is once in hundreds of years when they are together. They are so close actually that way. So the change would come, because both of Jupiter and Saturn, they are very, very, they are the biggest planet in the zodiac. And whenever they're in the sign of Capricorn for Aries ascendant, that is the time when they might feel some kind of change in their situation. So change in their business, change in their profile, change in the job, change in their home, or even city, or even country. So expect that unexpected change for all the Arians in the year 2021. So this is the highlight. Moving on to the next sign, it is Taurus, and as I'm telling you, it is all about highlighting the key thing. I'm not going into detailing, which they can anyways find in the article. Taurians need to be a little bit cautious, and I'm talking about moon sign Taurians, because in Indian context, if you talk about Indian astrology, which is known as Jyotish, is a Vedic science and is a part of Vedas. It is moon which plays a bigger role than your sun sign, and that's the reason Indian astrology is totally based out of moon, and moon is your emotion. So Rahu has started his transition on Taurus moon sign, the second sign. Though Taurians are supposed to be happy and positive people, optimistic people, like we were talking about, this is what we need to carry even 2021, the same attitude. But unfortunately, the transition of Rahu over moon sign Taurian might give some kind of insecurity, some kind of negative state of mind. So reason or no reason, they might be in some kind of situation at emotional level. So my suggestion to them, Puramji, is to be in a very happy state, harmonious state, and this can only be achieved or attained through spiritual connect. So whatever form of belief you are in, please connect to the higher self, connect to the form of God you believe in. Try to do some kind of meditation so that nothing can impact you, and you wear a smile which you are known for, and that will help you to ward off this negative situation. But otherwise, there are other aspects which will help you to keep moving. Any Taurian who wish to get married, you want to mingle, this is the time you might get a good chance, but you opportunity to get married. But at the same time, because you being in an emotional low phase, you might not feel everything good, so you need to ignore, you need to let go, and let that time pass, and then things will be good from next year. Coming to the third sign, which is a Gemini, and Gemini is a good sign because they are very intelligent people, Poonam, and they are more thinker, philosopher, and they create a lot of things in their mind. They become very creative also because it's a Aries sign, and at the same time ruled by Mercury, the planet of intellect, which I just said. They might go for higher education again because they believe in learning, they believe in exploring, they need to do something different all the time. So 2021 may give that kind of motivation to explore something different, something new, and it will help them to grow in their career because of the same education and learning which they will be having. They may also expect some kind of unexpected gains, and that is something amazing. Like we have just discussed that it was really an unprecedented time and a lot of uncertainty was there throughout 2020, but I'm talking about unexpected gains in 2021, especially for Gemini, which is a good sign. And not only that, Gemini was the sign where Rahu was transiting since last 1.5 years till September 2020. So they were all in a very, very negative state. So this is a time to overcome that kind of negativity and look forward for something beautiful and meaningful which will come their way in 2021.
Great.
For Cancerian, number 4, which is one of the favorite sign. I really like Cancerian, Puramji, because they are the most loving and caring people on the planet, and they go out of way and help anyone or everyone. Very compassionate, and that is why they get that kind of peace. But at the same time, they are quite vulnerable towards emotion. Because moon is a ruler, and moon can make a person very sensitive and emotional as well, apart from being a caring person. So they need to do meditation, which is the most important thing for them to be in a happy state no matter what. At the same time, any Cancerian who wish to get married, I would suggest him, please go forward and propose or look for some kind of association or some kind of, having some kind of commitment towards someone, or find a matchmaker who can help you to get married. And this is what I do. So I will check. And I always tell them, because they are sensitive, I tell them before falling in love, get that horoscope checked. Because they deserve to find someone who have that kind of caring side or wise side to give them space and pamper them, because that is what they deserve in their life. So I suggest them. But people who are married, they need to maintain some kind of communication, because there could be some kind of misunderstanding, because of Saturn is moving in the 7th house of marriage house. So there you need to maintain that kind of friendliness and some kind of humor, any kind of communication. If you can maintain, it will be really helpful. Moving on towards number 5, which are Leo, and I always say, this sign is always they are born to lead, because it is ruled by Sun, the planet, which is a visible form of light in God and the only source of light which we have. Even moon get light from Sun. So planet Sun will help them to grow further, and that is what they are known for. That is what they are known for, their leadership and their vigor and their energy levels which they have. They have a lot of authority, and this year is no different. They will definitely attain a lot of good things, and the career graph would be better for them. They can also expect some kind of changes in their life, because Rahu and Ketu are transiting in Kendra, which might displace their situation at this stage for better. Because the same Rahu will be responsible for a lot of ambitions and a lot of, they want to really do big. Their dream may go to the next level. And according to me, they will definitely get success. And if they want to get married, they need to wait for another 4 months. After April, your time for marriage would begin. And I think you will have a great life from there on. So number 6, which is known as Virgo. And Puramji, Virgos are supposed to be the most intelligent people on the planet. And I've seen all the Virgos in my 20 years of journey with astrology so far, having checked more than 100,000 lives and horoscopes. I've seen all the Virgos, Virgo means the people who have exalted or strong Mercury in their horoscope. They are the one who are responsible to make their life complicated. The reason being, because they are too perfectionist. They are too planned. They want to things in a want to do things in a very particular way, and they can't ignore things. And because they keep on thinking and keeping everything in their mind, they create a lot of stress, and that stress lead to some kind of anxiety, which is not good for health. Even doctors and medical scientists all over the globe, they say that everything is in your mind. It is all psychosomatic. So they need to be cautious. They need to let go things. They need to delete things. Even doctors have started saying, I know a lot of doctors are my client all over the globe, and they say, we have started telling people, look at a happier side of life. And that is the purpose. That is what is needed. And they only say that delete whatever is not needed in your head. You need to keep clearing your clutter like you do on your mobile and your laptop to ease out the memory. So what about your brain? That is your, the controller of your life. So that is one suggestion. But otherwise, it would be a year where a lot of events may take place in a good way, and they will definitely remember 2021 as a beautiful year in every possible way. So coming to, we have completed 6 signs now. So
Yes.
half of the zodiac we have done already. So Librans, the highlight is, first is they are very passionate and the most beautiful people on the planet because they are very stylish in nature, and beautiful means handsome as well. So, they are the one who are always known for their fashion sense and always known for their flamboyance and a desire to enjoy all the luxuries and comfort in their life. They are the one who will always be in a carefree zone and try to enjoy their life. They love traveling. They love anything which is beautiful and creative in that around them, so which is good. And this year, if they have any plans to buy another house or to invest in a property or make a beautiful home of their own, this is the time. 2021 may bring their own house, and that is something beautiful. At the same time, there could be some kind of misunderstanding. So I will suggest you to talk, because communication plays a very, very important role. Because if you not share your thought, and if you don't listen to a person or the person's perspective, the point of view of another person, like your spouse or your friend, whoever, then you will never be able to understand his side of story or her side of story. So that is one good suggestion I'm making. Life is all about enjoying, but at the same time, you need to be careful towards people who are around you, who are your near and dear ones, and sometimes you need to sit down and talk heart to heart. This is my suggestion for you in 2021. Scorpio, one thing I must tell you before beginning with the Scorpio, Poonamji, that Scorpio people are not very happy with the sign, because whenever you talk about Scorpio, they start comparing with the sun signs of Scorpios, which are not, they say they are revengeful and this and that. But this is Indian astrology, as I've said, is based on moon, and Scorpio moon sign people, they are very, very sensitive. They are very touchy. They can't harm anyone. So that is the main difference between sun sign and moon sign. That is why I chose a Scorpio to take it as a big example. So Scorpions, my suggestion to you is, this is the time to grow up.
To grow up.
No matter how old you are, because you're being a very sensitive person is your biggest weakness in this life. And people have become so materialistic in a way, because of their own journey, because of their own grind, because of their own desire to make it a better life. Materialistically, you will not find people around who may understand your emotion, or they feel your feelings. So there is something you need to get rid of that, because it is a different world. It is, people have changed, environment has changed, everyone has changed. So this is the time you need to change. And that is what my favorite statement is, Poonam. Every day I say, destiny is fixed, no one can change, but a change is change when you change. So today you need to bring, and it had reminded me of my poetry. I've become a poet in my 20 years of journey with astrology. It has made me more a philosopher now. And I wrote it once, 2 lines on this same thought, that ab kya intezar kare sitaron ke badalne ka. People are waiting their planets to, to change and bring something in their life. So ab kya intezar kare sitaron ke badalne ka, jab tum nahi badle to takdeer kya badlegi. So bring that change in you, and this is a year which is very important. At the same time, there will be a lot of traveling. You will feel good in that. And please do not trust anyone, because you are a very caring person. So you feel that everyone is good like you. No, people are different. So you need to be cautious, especially in finances. I'm saying, don't go overboard and take any kind of risk or trust anyone blindly related to finance or investment. Rest, everything will be all great. Number 9, Sagittarius. Again, one of my favorite, because they are very focused. And why they are focused? Because they are very spiritual in nature. And even if you remember their symbol, Poonam, it is like a man with bow and an arrow. So the person knows where to aim, and that is very important. And that is how I always say, direction is important than speed. At least you should know where you are going, instead of just putting stress on your pedal and driving fast. You don't know where you're going, so you need to know. And GPS helps you to understand your path and your journey towards your destination. And the GPS of life is astrology, which help you to know what is going on and whether the path you have chosen is right, and how long will it take to help you to reach your destination, and whether you need to take a left or right or sometime a U-turn, which is very important. So know your time. I think use that GPS called astrology of your life, the journey of your life. Anyway, so Sagittarians, they know where they are going. That is the best thing about them. And I think this year will begin with a lot of bang in a good way. And they may overcome all their obstacles, all their hurdles, all their enemies or competitors, the right word I should be using it. I think you will overcome, and unexpectedly, a lot of good things will fall in place automatically. So keep doing your daily prayers, which they are known for, the spiritual connect I believe in, and that will all help you to keep moving ahead. And yeah, compassion is something which is very important. I think you will definitely help needy and poor the way you do. Number 10, Capricorn. It is a materialistic sign and very, very ambitious. And I must tell you, Shah Rukh Khan and Salman Khan both are Capricorn moon sign, not sun sign. So sun sign are different for them, but moon sign, both of them have they share this Capricorn. And Capricorn, they look even beyond. They say it is zenith. Even sky is not the limit for them. That's the ambition. And Saturn and Jupiter, exactly, they are in Capricorn, giving them kind of new ideas and new suggestion, and they might explore something different in this life, and they might get a lot of unexpected gains also. But try to refrain yourself in going into some kind of dispute or some kind of turbulence where you're not supposed to go. So that is my suggestion to you. And communication you should maintain with your spouse and partners of any kind, person or professional. That is a suggestion I can give it to you. Number 11, Aquarius, second last. And Aquarius are again Aries sign, very, very ambitious and very materialistic in a way, because they want gains. It is 11th house, the house of gains all the time. But this year, you need to take care on one thing. One is you need to become more charitable in nature, because whatever gains you desire or aspire for, the more you give, the more you get. I have a complete faith in that. As I say, whatever goes around comes around. I have a complete belief in that. This is a year when you might feel some kind of fear of unknown. There could be some kind of turbulence within you, maybe because of no reason. You might start doubting on things, or maybe doubting on yourself. So this is the time you need to refrain any negative thought in your mind and just look at a happier and bigger and better side of life. And your prayers and your meditation will definitely help you to overcome that. And I'm sure it would be a great year. Only thing is, your restlessness may bother you this year, so you have to deal with it. So last but not the least, it is Piscean. And Piscean are again wise people, because they are ruled by Jupiter, and it is the symbol is fish, and fish is always swimming, to one shore to another, exploring different things. And this year will be exactly the same, because Jupiter and Saturn, which I'm talking about, they are together after so many years. They are clearly promising a lot of gains coming to them through different resources. So through their networking, a man is owned by the company keeps. No one said about women, and this is valid for them as well. So the more networking you do, the more gains will come to you. And keep advising people, even if it is not asked for, exactly the way I'm doing. So the people will appreciate your suggestions and your management skills. So do that, and you will find a new power within you, which will help you take more initiative, because third house Rahu is supposed to be one of the strongest Rahu. They say the person will have a lot of courage to take initiative, because this year is a year of karma. The Saturn has come to Capricorn. Saturn is a planet of karma, is your own deeds done in the right direction, because Jupiter is dharma. So dharma, karma is dharma, karma, dipati Raju. It is supposed to be the number one Raju. And they say one world, one family. So if you take initiative and do deeds in the right way, with the right mindset, with the right thought, then I think it will give you a lot of gains in this life.
Sandeep, you have said so many about all the sun signs. Are you talking about the sun zodiac sign or the moon zodiac sign?
It is all about, Indian astrologers will always talk about moon sign. Okay. So I would suggest everyone to know their moon sign. It is quite easy. You look at your horoscope, put your date of birth, time and place into any software which is more as per Indian Jyotish. Yeah. And wherever your moon is placed, that becomes your moon sign. It is very simple actually. Or call some astrologer and you will know where your moon sign is placed. But this is a general thing. I think to know about themselves, about the real their journey, you should go for a consultancy with some good astrologer.
Right. The other thing that I really liked is that for every sun sign that you said, you had a message for each of them, and that could be applicable to almost anybody. So you spoke about, communication, which is always important. Communication for everybody is important. You spoke about meditation, spirituality. You spoke about being charitable, being compassionate, and so those are things, I think, even if they're not coming from an astrologer, for all of us to kind of take in and be that person in the next year or any year of our life is really important. And those are really good tips, Sandeep. So those are great. And you've given it a very positive twist, and I really like that you've given everybody a reason to hope. So maybe 2021 should be the hopeful year, the year of hope and the
Absolutely.
new beginning. Yes. And before we end, what is your sun sign or moon sign?
Yeah, it is Aries, and Aries always have that kind of initiative taking tendency. And I was into sports. I played with Rahul David for a couple of years. I was a cricketer actually. So yeah, so that has helped me to move ahead. And Aries are quite explorers in their life. So I think I explored astrology. Astrology happened to me, and I think I'm the blessed one because God has given me some kind of knowledge which is responsible to change anyone's life. And I feel, I'm responsible towards everyone, whoever come across in my journey and call me or meet me as a client. I feel they are my family. So whatever I suggestion I give it to them is from the core, and I need to make them aware, make them realize, because as I've said, no one is perfect. So to know about your imperfection directly from a stranger who is astrologer, and to know about your time, and then you take a decision and bring that change in you, and that is something which can change your life completely. I have a complete faith in that.
Wonderful. And so for all our viewers who are watching, you can actually reach out to Sundeep Kochar. His details are on the website. His number is there. His email ID is there. So if you're looking for some more guidance or something to discuss about your astrology, signs or predictions, you can reach out to Dr. Sundeep Kochar. Thank you, Sandeep. That was wonderful. We really enjoyed having you here and for you to share your predictions for 2021 with us. We look forward to the text so that we can publish it on Indoindians.com.
Thank you so much for having me one more time. We meet like this once in a year, and look forward to see you someday in your city and country, and that would be great. And so before I leave, I would say, hope is the most important thing in 2021, with a lot of karma doing in the form of dharma, as I've said. So compassion is a great thing, and as I explained, between Saturn and Jupiter is forming a dharma karma dipati rajyog. So the more you help people, the more goodness will come back to you. I have a complete belief in that. So I wish everyone a beautiful and a wonderful and prosperous 2021. Have that faith and positivity in you, and the more you smile, the more smile will come back to you. So God bless